am reeling from how much I read in the month of January. Tell me, how in the world did I read 27 volumes? I have no memory of what happened, but yet here we are saying I read this much, like, surreal. Hello friends, happy Friday. So very excited that you're here. I do apologize for the very weird lighting and the shadows. I have extra lights on today because right now it's like raining, snowing, sleeting, doing all of the things. That's really dark and I'm like, well, I want to talk about what I read last month because I read mainly one series, but I do feel that outside of one thing that we'll talk about in a second because I have some feelings, I really enjoyed everything I read. It was a great reading month and I didn't get back on my Remarried Empress hype game. I don't know what it was last month. Oh, because I have been gaming with my kiddo on the weekends at night, and usually that's when I read my Remarried Empress. I just get all cozy on my couch and I just dive into the drama. Also, stay tuned for my manga news video. We have an update about the Remarried Empress, and I'm so very excited for the physical volumes, I should say. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in, starting off with Shoujo Beat, and I'm not really sure how much I should say, but I did read all of Lovecom. I'm so thankful. Shout out to my library system. My actual library didn't have it, but the library system of where I live, they did, and oh my goodness, I am just so incredibly thankful. I loved reading Risa and Otoni's journey. It was so much fun, had a blast. I mean, there was only 2 characters I didn't like or anything, but everybody else I really loved. I loved just being on this journey with them. It was a true delight, and I do have a video review coming next Friday, so I'll probably just keep all my thoughts for then, but this has definitely gone in one of my favorite series I have read from this magazine, which I have been featuring all month long, or going to be featuring all month long. The hype I feel for this series truly lived up to it. It was not overly hyped where I'm like, well, was it for me? No, I enjoyed it from start to finish, and I've been very sad that I don't have any more volumes with these characters. I definitely would love if Viz Media would do a reprint of this, give us a 3-in-1. It truly is such an enjoyable series, and I think many people would really connect with it in just the fun that it's had, because it's very much a story where you don't take the plot serious, you just enjoy the shenanigans and have a great time, and that's absolutely what happened for all 17 volumes. Next up, I read this near the end of the month because pretty much Lovecom took up all my reading last month, but I read Tom and B-Side Volume 10. Oh my goodness, the romance is romancing. No, I should say the friendship is friendshipping because they're friends. They're friends now, and I don't know how much else I should say, but I really love the direction of the series. I really didn't expect where this volume was going. I felt like the last volume wrapped up the arc that we were in, and now we're starting into something new, and it's like, okay, well, for the beginning, I really didn't know where we were going to go, what was going to happen, or anything like that. But then we dove into some things, and Tom is making some decisions, and it's affecting Uda, and it's really great. And the cliffhanger, why? Just why did we need that cliffhanger? That cliffhanger was intense, and I need the next volume ASAP because she asked a question that I just can't believe she asked, and I'm glad she asked because me as the reader wondering a lot of things. Tommen is saying things, and is Uda taking it a different way than what he means? Answers will come in volume 11, and I need those answers ASAP. Oh my goodness, pause. I don't know why I didn't think about it before now. I mean, I featured Viz, but let me rewind, talk about the digital thing I did read, and that is My Shady Little Brother, Gome. I read volumes 1 and 2. They're on the Manga Up app. We talked about in a manga news video of how excited I was to finally be able to read this. I've had it on my licensed wish list for over a year. The thoughts, though, I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know. I do know. I'm going to try and keep this spoiler free, though I will include one spoiler, but I will do a black and white screen, so if you don't want to hear it, you can fast forward, but I do think it's important to mention to other people, this is about a younger brother who looks very shady, and he has plenty of shenanigans with his older sister. They deeply care and love each other, very close as siblings, and so it's more of us following along with these really random set of stories that don't really connect to one another, of where he's being accused by the police of trying to harm his sister, that he's picked up somebody gonna sell her organs kind of thing, and so that's pretty much what it is for for the first volume, and then you get into the second volume, and it's sort of like the creator is trying to create more of a plot that is not just humor where it's outlandish shenanigans. And I was a little bit bummed, just in the sense I really love the humor. I think the hardest part about this 2-volume series is when the creator tries to get serious, and I don't mean that rudely. It's just like, that's when things got weird. That's when things got really, really weird. Now, this is a non-romantic series. Let me emphasize that. It is a non-romantic series. I've read all of it, all 2 volumes on the Manga Up app. However, insert spoiler. If you don't want to hear this spoiler, please go to this timestamp here so that you do not hear anything else. I will also do the black and white screen in case if you would like to mute it. So 1, 2, 3. Where it got weird is there's no romance between our main characters who are blood-related siblings, but you find out about their parents. And yes, their parents are siblings. There's this really weird arc that enters into the story of like, did we really need to know this backstory? What did it add? And the male lead, the one weird thing is like his favorite books are about incest couples. That was weird, but I was okay. I can overlook that. I can overlook that. But what ultimate affected my enjoyment is the last 2 chapters is him questioning, our male lead questioning, does he like his sister in a romantic way because of what he learns out about his parents? I was so upset and so sad. Now he comes to the revelation, no, he does not. But I felt it just added this awkwardness. Spoiler over. And so that's why I sort of take back my recommendation. I am unfortunately taking it off my licensed wish list because even though I really enjoyed the first part of the manga, like I would buy volume 1 if this ever got printed. I could not bring myself to buy volume 2 because of what I mentioned in that spoiler. I mean, you don't see anything. It's more of you just knowing. And I want to be clear, these are not moments where the manga is funny. They take those things. When the manga gets serious, it's about what I mentioned in the spoiler. Genuinely don't understand why that needed to be included, why it needed to be a thing. We could have just had these outlandish moments. I want to show some of the panels that I have saved that really, like one of them breaking the 4th wall, which was like, oh my goodness, I don't really see that much in manga. This one here, when they're talking about her getting married, getting a boyfriend, and the crazy things that happens to her. If I have it, there is a 3rd one I believe I do have saved. Oh, yes, the Snow White one, where she's like, my name has snow in it. Why can't I just sleep as much as I want kind of thing? Like there's really great moments that are so funny and definitely brought me a lot of joy, but that 2nd volume just was not it for me personally, and it just really, it left me feeling uncomfortable at the end, and I felt it just overshadowed the really great humor because you can see that this creator is an excellent writer, knows how to work with tropes, flip them on their head, and make the reader laugh. That was great, and I enjoyed those moments. Just don't get serious about a really weird thing that just ultimately, in my opinion, didn't add anything to the story. It took away from it, unfortunately. So that was very much a mixed bag, and I was very sad. I was very sad after waiting a year. And I was like, yes, reading the first volume, like this is everything I was hoping for. To be getting that this stuff, I'm like, this was not what I was hoping for. So sorry I couldn't be more excited, more brighter about that, unfortunately. But if you do check it out, just keep in mind what I said about the spoiler. Some people, I don't think it would be a deal breaker, but it was something that really affected me personally. Now we can go into Kodansha. Sorry that I missed the whole digital thing at the very beginning, but the first thing I read was Fall in Love You False Angels Volume 4, and I feel bad because I've seen so many people gush that this is one of the best volumes yet, and not quite for me, friends. Volume 3 was peak for this series. It was up there, and I shouldn't have held such very high expectations where I felt this volume would surpass that. Doesn't mean I disliked it. No, it just didn't hit the same, and I did feel a little bit disappointed from my own expectations, hoping that I would feel that same high that I did with Volume 3. I mean, I loved Volume 3 so much, I went and bought and rebought the physical volumes for my collection. I think for the next volume, I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to wait for the library to get it, because the library is, I found out, getting this series, and I think that'd be the best way for me to go, have those proper expectations in place, because I really, while the love triangle is being a thing in this volume, which it wasn't overly bummed about because I actually like the other guy. I really love how Toki is taking some steps. I'm loving seeing the jealousy. I'm loving how he is really having all eyes on Otogi. That was very, very wonderful. Also, one of my favorite quotes from Otogi that I would like to read to you, I don't remember where it's at in the volume, but I did have it in my reading journal here, is, "But now that I know that it's impossible to be perfectly satisfied with every side of myself, every single day has been so much fun." And I thought that was a really wonderful quote for Otogi of how she is transforming as a character, and I do feel still invested in this series because I love seeing Otogi not be the same girl she was in the beginning, because if you've seen my first impression, you know I was not a fan of Otogi's personality and the way that she acted, but seeing her fall in love has been very satisfying because she's slowly changing, and seeing her shine in a completely different way has been really great as a reader. So I do look forward to the next volume, and again, I'm going to try and keep my expectations lower. That's not to knock the creator or knock the writing or anything like that. This just delivered in a different kind of way. Still good writing, and again, look forward to the next volume. Just hesitant that it makes it sound like I didn't like it when that wasn't the case. This next one, I was so excited to be back in, and that is Puppet's Attract. I did my video review, and I'm so excited. Shout out my Patreon channel members for voting for this. It was so very wonderful. I love being back with these characters. So much feel-good vibes, and I was really upset because I actually would have included quotes in my reading journal from this, but I didn't realize until after the fact that I filled out everything, and I said, oh, and I don't have enough space in the little spot that I have. But I really love being back with these characters. Would still highly recommend it. Whether you're a dog lover or an animal lover, though I do think being both of those is going to make you enjoy or have you enjoy this series more. I really feel if you just want an animal-based kind of story that has romance between definitely our leads, it's slow burn, but also their characters who come on scene, because I did share in that video, it was more of a shorter review, but I did say how I loved all of the characters, that there's a really nice pace with this series where our leads have the focus, but then we have a little bit of spotlight put on the other side characters and how I've enjoyed all of those side characters very deeply. So if you're curious on more of my thoughts on this series, this very sweet and fluffy series, be sure to go check out that review because I truly hope I did the series justice, and I cannot wait for volume 4. I need it ASAP. Going on to Seven Seas, I finally read it. Shout out to my friend, awesome, her name's Ashley and Audrey. That's both of their names. I was trying to remember their username on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I failed. But I did tag them if you follow me on Instagram. But that's Choking on Love, Volume 4. It was wonderful. I loved the art festival. I love how Hibari is growing as an individual. I love when Gaku and Hibari have moments together. Gaku is still Gaku, and he's just an interesting guy, but I did like to see a moment where we see him being vulnerable, if that's the right word, seeing him be more human. I mean, yes, he's human, but he, like Hibari says, that he has struggles just like her, and I really enjoyed that. But let me tell you, the second, I would say couple, they ain't a couple, but I need them to be a couple. Oh my goodness. The two side characters that I would say are the best friends of the leads, come on. Come on, creator, come on. Let them get together in the next volume. Like, I was so invested in that. I mean, I was invested in the entire volume, but that specifically, please, I would love to see that. Let it be a thing. Let it be a thing, hopefully next volume. I'm excited for that to be explored. I hope it is. But even if it's not, literally the final panel of Gaku, the way he looks, at the end, I've got some questions and I'm ready to see what is to unfold next. So still deeply loving and enjoying this series, and volume 5 just aka comes soon enough, friends. Oh my goodness, this was so good. Diary of a Female Lead, volume 5. Yes. Yes, I continue to love this series so incredibly much. I was very excited that I shared in a random Discord, well, not a random Discord server, but I shared in a Discord server online, and somebody's like, hey, I picked up volume 1 because of you. I'm like, yes! And they're like, I loved it. Double yes! I was so excited because I love it so much. Oh, the romance was perfection. So good. So sweet. Oh my goodness. The date that they go on was everything. And sports in my shoujo manga. Hello, sign me up. You know I'm here for that. You know I'm here for that. Yes, I was here for it. I said, goodness girl, I said, I get why you really like Insane all the more. He was shining. He was thriving. Even our female lead, she looks super cute. Really excited for the developments of this series and just everything that's happening. And then at the end, we're getting an implication of a double date. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I continue to thrive. Every single volume. I think this was the first volume. Yes, after I finished Lovecom, this was the first series or first volume that I dived into because I needed more. I always love the volumes, and it's another series that's not releasing fast enough for me. And then last but not least, not sure how much I should say, but I'll definitely feature it next month as well because I only read half of it, and that's volume 5 of Glass with a Chance of Delinquent. Loved it. Basically read one of my top 3 favorite scenes of the entire manga right now. I read it. I would say it's number 2. It used to be number 1, but then there's a later chapter that went up to number 1, but it was so good. It made my heart so happy, and it was just a perfect way to wrap up the month. Really, really enjoyed it. And as you can see, outside of one title that I have mixed feelings on, I loved everything I read. I know I didn't talk much about Lovecom, but please stay tuned for that video review next week. I have never laughed as much as I have filming a video review as I did with that review. I'm very, very excited for it. I can't wait to edit it and just relive out everything that series was for me. It was meant to say it was my favorite read of this past month. Now, I love these. Don't get me wrong, okay? I love those, but I don't know, Lovecom I just feel is something. I mean, Glasses obviously is like a number 1 favorite all time for me, but outside of Glasses, I just feel it's a series talking about Lovecom that I will think about for such a long time. But I would love to hear from you, friends. What did you read last month, or what was your favorite thing that you read? I would love to know. And yes, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!